and Robinson. Robinson will be playing libero, converted during the VNL. He's done a wonderful job since taking over that libero position, formerly an outside spiker. As we get ready to meet the USA, the reigning world champions, after sneaking their way through to this stage of the competition. They needed China to beat Russia, and thankfully for them, they did. But now this will be very, very different. Jordan Larson making her way out, 94 points so far. Murphy, the opposite spiker. Played so well in the VNL, Murphy. But Karai has choices in every single position. Kimberly Hill, number 15, already out. Luca Hideo, the final arrival. Well, followed by the libero Robinson. The USA have been announced. There is Karai. And China's team, well, continue. The middle blocker will start in the middle with Yan Mi in number 17. It's something that Lang Ping has gone with since the early stages. Sometimes they're slightly slow with getting out to the wings, but when they have the ball, they're a threat through that middle. Zhu Ting, number 2, already have introduced her many a time. Gong Xiangyu, number 6, the opposite player. 9, Zhang Changning will start. Outside, Ding Xia, number 16. And Wang Meng Jie. There is Lang Ping, who gets a loud cheer from the Chinese fans. The feeling in this arena is one of maybe anxiousness, nerves. A win for both teams. Essential. The first 2 teams of this pool will go through to the semi-finals. The only big title that the USA have won was that World Championship 4 years ago. Never have they won the Olympic Games. China have. And Jenny Lang Ping just seems to build squads for Olympic Games, and she builds teams that improve over time. Zhu Ting will start with the ball in hands. Straight on to Robinson at position 1. To the outside, just fading, working away is Larson. Off the body, really nice. What you'll find from the USA, they play really, really quick. They run the slide attack in abundance when the set is on the front courts. Front 3 positions at the moment. Tip from China is good, but they're waiting for it, the USA, in abundance. This time the ball starts to ping around. Chance on the outside. China draw their first point of this one. Maybe China rely too heavily on the outsides, especially Zhu Ting. The USA seem to have the strongest all-round side, but Zhu was so good in that first fixture between these teams. The USA still have 8 of their squad from the Olympic Games. It's a very similar side as well that won the bronze medal against the Netherlands. Larson, Hill, Murphy, Adams, Hideo. Just a change in the setter, no more class. Just Lloyd setting as we have a challenge. It's been a feisty start for the USA. For a block touch. the outsides of China really carry them through this game again. We have Arch Karai's USA, who just serve with float serves. The philosophy very much based on the stats. Tension building around already. Touch. Can hear. By the cheers, courtside, China do not like the decision. Lang Ping getting stuck in, as is Zhu Ting. Thumbs up from Zhu, points to the USA. Adams with the serve, 2 in the block, and it's a marvellous start for the USA. Serving and blocking, something they do very well. They work them very closely together as well. Fast passing, fast play through Ting. She is really wonderful. Player 10 MVP awards, the MVP of the 2016 Olympic Games, Zhu Ting, working through Murphy's block. Out of system, the USA. 2 in the block from China, they go high back. USA trying to get 3 in every single time. China are too high on this occasion. Hit off the top of the hands. Intriguing starts to this encounter. Passing from the USA isn't quite where it needs to be into that central zone. No options for the setter. Second opportunity in transition. Far better offense. It's very quick. Very, very wide. Carly Laurie. When the ball's in this area, she can flip it anywhere she likes. The speed too fast. That's USA playing to their game. Speed to the wings. It's huge back from Zhu Ting. Something that the USA are going to have to be very careful of is the way that she hits away from the body. So to her right side, she's very effective through that stage. And just fiddles the ball through as well. Again, China out of system. They rely on loading the outsides. Zhang Ning and Zhu Ting will get a large percentage of sets. This game on the 10th of October, 25-17, 26-24, 25-18 to China. It was a whipping. But lightning doesn't strike twice with the USA. Slide, wonderfully well crafted though from China. Pass, again, pretty straight, but trying to move the blockers around, open up the court. China do it really nicely. Space in between the blockers. China know what they're trying to create, and they're executing nicely. Passing again from Robinson, now playing some defense. Zhu Ting poses potentially the biggest threat of the competition for the USA. Too high over the top of Lloyd this time. The outside hand. Passes money. Middle's used. Again, it's that slide attack. Both teams choosing to operate it. Pass getting stronger as both teams find rhythm in this game. The setters have options. Stop that, China. The speed. Incredible from the USA.
17 by 1, that's slide over. So if you see a route, just continue with slide. Don't jump on that. Okay, just go with slide over there.
Former outside hitter, part of the Chinese team that won Olympic gold in 84, 82 and 90 World Championship, 81 and 85 World Cup. Pulling the strings on the Chinese bench. Karch Karai, who would have celebrated maybe had he known, his 100th AVP victory was 14 years ago last week. Well decorated, both forms of the game. Passes perfect again, it's a similar set but from a little bit straighter position. Chance on the counter. Zhu Ting has started this game. She expects to go on. Block out again off Lloyd. They know that there's a slight mismatch there off the outside hand. They're just utilising it. Zhu Ting playing smart. Fast plays once again to the outside. Trying to cover big distances to try and find gaps in the block. The ball travels quicker than feet. Second chance. Blocking is good from Zhu Ting. Out of system, Lloyd managed to throw it to the outside. They were knocking on the door for some time there, the USA. Larson doing the damage. Some of these players are going to have to get used to playing against each other as the season kicks in. Larson plays for Zakabasi Istanbul. Touching around, Robinson just throws an arm at it. Robinson, who will be playing for the Kifbank, also in Turkey under Giovanni Ferretti. Zhu Ting hits away from the body so well, drifting middle blockers. That's just the speed and the distance of the play. Akin Rodeo, one of the quickest middle blockers in the USA. Gets out well. More good work on the outsides. Two very similar plays in a row from the outsides. If you play quick enough, you can work off the middle blocker's hands because they're playing second best. That's a great set. King Sia. Secret using the middle when they're off the net. It's a wider set, and they're using it exactly to find the gap between the two blockers. Great job, China. Robinson putting it completely on point. China are choosing to take on the libero. Former outside spiker. At your peril though, China. Same plate, snap to one, trying to avoid the block. In system again with China. Smuggling the ball through. So Larson will be playing with Laurent Dimmer, who's currently on the bench for the USA. Will be playing a part in this game, that's for sure. They play for Istanbul. Moskovic also playing in that team, and Kim Yong-kun. That's some team that they're building in Istanbul. Fantastic setting. It really is good setting. Flips it from almost between 5 and 6. Murphy going to town on it. Once again, the middle blockers slightly late, not penetrating. The gift back, Zhu Ting, Kelsey Robinson, they'll be teammates next year. High balls, 3 in the block this time. Good work from the USA. When the ball is slightly out of system, they're trying to get 3 in as much as possible to try and stop Spiker being able to hit all the angles, really. It's difficult with the speed that the game's going to get 3 blockers on the outside every single time. But when they can, they will, and especially against Zhu Ting, who hits off the body so well. They're going to have to move, the 4 players are going to have to move really fast across the plane of the nets. King Sia. Look at that. Fortunately, there was a net touch, but the USA couldn't win a set in the last round. They're heating up. They're consistent again. Good timeout from China, affecting the rhythm of the server. Arch. Calm. Man that is widely considered the best player of all time, but the best player of the previous decade as well. Tip over the top. Good decision making really on the outside from Hill, knowing she's got 2 on her. Doesn't want to take on the block, decides to go over the top. Really Hill to serve. Defense is strong. One touch somewhere. Back to Koch. Led this team post-London 2012. That's some thud to the line this time from Larson. So smooth, one-on-one, and you would put your house on her to score almost every time in that position. to the setter for getting her out there one-on-one. Setter's job.
Especially when shooting roll one, you see them go.
Trying to get the wings involved, get them in one.
Here we go.
Good touches.
Karch knows at the press conference yesterday, knows this is as tough as it gets, the toughest competition in the world. But they started well, the USA. Zooting kept fairly quiet, or as quiet as you can keep Zooting. Changing with the pass, it's a good one. Off the body again, Zooting. It's exactly where she goes to. She works away from the body. The defense from China is strong again. It goes to the outside. 2 in from the USA. Chance to counter and go 4 up. But Zooting raining down a bit of pain. Some rally that one. First monster block of this game, and surprise, surprise, Zooting. Lloyd and low. So the setter changing for the opposite, the second setter. Just to keep 3 spikers on the front courts. Try and tame China's offense, not that time. Though just drifting slightly in the air. I think it was off of her anyway. Oh no, it was off the outside hand of Carson. Difficult to see from where I'm sitting, but Zooting from the right or from the left poses just such a threat. Passes straight over on one, chance to counter again. Adams just in as well. Eventually the point goes to the USA. Lloyd's defense so good underneath the ball, throws the shoulders forward. With the tip. Here on the bench that the USA are following the game plan, serving the front court receiver down the line. Side out eventually though, China, and Zooting is a very, very intense customer. Setting sets an awful lot of balls as well. When the pipe is used, it helps hold the middle blocker. Adams. Fast plays again from the USA, but China's defense is good as well. The USA do play a slight beat quicker than China at times. Adams with the defense. Robinson has to scoop that one out to Murphy. Manages just to take off the right foot. There's only really one way she can go here, and that's to the line. Murphy puts it away very nicely. From Changning is not good enough. The cover is far better though from Ding Si. Second chance. It's great work from the middle. Adams coming in to bump set that one. Almost on the 50 from Zooting, who's now playing 5. To the outside, the USA go. They're looking for a touch. They're pleading for a touch. But it's long. China saying no way. Challenge from Karch. Now after China doing the USA a big favor against Russia, knocking Russia out in that final game, so the USA could go through. It's a professional job from China, who know that the USA are a threat. Russia missing a couple of key players. Might just come back against them here as the USA have started stronger. No faults. Just the nods from the coach. Before taking this job, Koch, he was known by so many Koch Karai. His assistant to the legendary Hugh McCutcheon as well. Block from China. The ball is off the net, so the middle has time to really get across. Double stack, no gaps in that block. China prosper again at a really, really key time. Great line, great penetration on the outside.
Make sure we're strong noser number 9 out of system, okay? Don't let her to us. See opportunities to go and touch number 2. We touch her every time. Let's create and convert ones, okay?
Let's go! Right here. USA, right here. Reset,
Teamwork making the dream work in China. Good offense from the USA. The pass is in a great spot, but the reactions and defense really good. And on the outsides, they score again. That's the threat from China. They can hit their way out of system really nicely. So physical on the outsides. They find solutions. USA's turn to be out of system slightly. This is the potential game changer. China have Zhu Ting, who can hit you out of any situation at any time. They go higher to her. She hits through the body. Karan going from right to left. She hits off the body from right to right. You can't stop her. Playing for Giovanni Guidetti at the kickback.
The greatest swing, so let's get a little further off the net so we can really take care of it when we get that good block now. Hey, row forward, 1 on slide later on, okay? And see what if we can set 2, okay? Let's go.
USA! USA!
Only solutions on the bench of the USA, no problems. But China have taken the lead for the first time in a long time. Sure, lots of fans will be tuning in from the USA. China are here in abundance. Front court receiver served again, but a bit of DIY work from Hill. Pass is really smooth, the angle good to the setter. Rodeo takes the middle blocker away from China. One-on-ones on the outside. Ding Xia also a mismatch as well. Not the biggest blocker in China's armory. Strong passing, but great blocking from the USA. The finishing position back into the center of court is good. But once again, China works so well away from the body. They know China on the outside, so the USA are quick in the middle. They're going to get two up, but they still find a way to work around the block. Not everyone has that one in their locker and in their armory. Intriguing game. China by one. Goes back to the slide. That's what the bench were throwing out there in the timeout. But it's guarded by China. And in transition, they're successful. Zhu Ting lighting up once again. High off of Lloyd. 3-4 times we've seen that, just staying high over the center. They know they have the advantage down that channel. Celebrations for the USA. Business time, absolute business time in this game. Both teams have lost to Italy. It doesn't matter anymore. It's a clean slate. Paul H. Every team on 0. Needing a good start. Kimberly Hill into the net. Substitutions being made in the middle position. Yang coming in. Just cannot afford to miss serves in the 20s. Where it really counts. Once again, can't put the slide attack away. Second chance through the pipe. It's very, very quick. They're piercing the gap between Ding Xie and Yang Ni. Ding Xie decides not even to block that one. The play has very good purpose, working, penetrating that gap right there. Speed, good from the USA. They're back to 1. Out of system, but Zhu Ting can hit them right out of system, and she does it again. Unbelievable. Zhu Ting working off the hands of Lloyd. Something we're seeing too much of for the likings of the Americans. Serving for the first set. China have been behind for long periods of this set, but they're blocking, and they very good work on the wings, puts them 1-0 up. The USA, they were so steady to start with, but they cannot hit their way out of trouble as well as China can. Good substitution. Doing the business when it counts. The USA have it all to do here in Nagoya. Lots of discussions about Zhu Ting going off the hands of Lloyd. Something they have to fix. first set to China, just by 3. The United States were in front to around 19 in that set. More attacks, more blocks, more errors from China, but they're scoring more. It's hurting the USA. Through the wings is where it's going to be won or lost for China. But so far they have been too good out of 4, and they're hitting out of system. More aggressively, making better decisions maybe. Maybe they're just too physical out there. Teams look fairly similar as we have a look at the service placement from China. A lot to the left side of court onto the front court receiver. What that'll do is potentially take the pipe out from both teams, and it also puts the front court hitter, same as the USA, similar tactics, trying to take the front court receiver out the game so they can't spike. They're not in rhythm, or not as in much rhythm as possible, but it makes it difficult to use the pipe as well, especially serving straight down the line. Koch and his stat-based philosophy, similar to Lang Ping. You don't see so many jump serves from China either. Last moment instruction. Larson starts at 1. She's going to be serving.
Here we go!
Chance to build a lead early on would be key for a comeback here for the USA. Jordan Larson, 2 Olympic Games now, the 31-year-old. Same as Rachel Adams, Feluca. As well, 2 Olympics through. Passing, Meng Jie. Absolutely delightful. Middle's in again from China, setting the tone. The more the setter can use the middle, the more it holds the opposition middle, the blocker, and then when they go to the outside, they can score. Murphy with the hammer. The speed from Lloyd out of system, tremendous. Always putting pressure on the middle blocker, even when the pass is not perfect. Splitting the net well, the USA. Chance to get 2 in the block. Chance in transition taken. Strong from Hill. Great turn to the line. First slow step, 2 slightly quicker ones again. Doesn't have to be from your highest point anymore for the spikers. Depends what your philosophy is, but now the speed is more important. Overpassing, but it's been recovered. Chance for the USA once again in system off a free ball. Same scenario as the previous points. Hill, 2 in a row. Leave her alone, she'll take it all day long. Akinradeu on time in the middle as well. This from the USA. Passing back on point inside. 10 this time, just inside between position 1 and 6 from Zhu Ting. Back to the outside. Well recovered from Adams. That was pretty close. Looks like it was, isn't it? China really operating the backcourt attacks from Zhu Ting. Smart, changing where she's hitting from all the time will make it very difficult for the USA blockers to track her. She's a threat wherever she is. They have to watch her all the way across the backcourt as well as the front court. Back to the middle, clipping off the body. Funky, but good enough from the USA. Akinradeu. Just almost swiping it off the body. Not really a tip. Certainly not a spike, but doesn't matter how you get the ball there. The purpose of the play was there. Robinson just with the pancake. Whipping, rolling to the line. Second chance for China, though. Groundhog Day as the outside from China work the ball off the block. Great decision to use Hill that time. Hill having to travel the longest distance to get her hands in the way of that one, so there's more chance she'll drift. High. Akinradeu. Platform as well from Larson. Holds the angle from the platform to the target, but for a long period of time, even under pressure, just holds it out. More missed serves. Deja vu striking already because the USA had the brighter start in the first set as well. We've seen that they love serving 2-5 now. They go to Hill at 1. High balls to the outside. Stuff from China. Problematic times for the USA early on in the set. No middle for sure because the ball's so outside the court, but Larson not finding a solution to Honor when you find the block itself. Now they are insistent. Trying to read the game well. They pack the defense on the angle and make the dig. Sweeping up once again is Hill at 6. Oh! Meng put on the floor. Maybe that's going to get a rise out the USA. Off the head. Seeing stars. The small things are all important. You can score in big rallies and score big points, but every point is the same currency. That's 2 missed serves already for Parch Karai's team. 1-on-1 at the net this time. Lloyd does make a block on the turn. They see the arm slow down the USA, so they make a dip. Second chance for China. Zhu Ting hits her way out of a fiddle again. Stop it, Zhu Ting. It's too good. Not many people on this planet can do what you can. Off the body swings, finding the gaps. Same from Larson. Quite square onto the net. Knows if she swings body line, through her body line, she might get in trouble there, so she just fishes it off. Good decision making. Key in this game. Larson needed in abundance today.
Once that 8 then turns into spike. One more thing. We got to be really good communicating. On the first ball, she's calling max. We're going 3PP. Second ball, she's not calling max. You got to stay inside. Out of system. Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure communication is really good. Okay?
USA!
Accountability and learning something that Coach Karai believes in massively. A big believer in growth mindset, learning environments. Not only an inspiration as a player, but also a coach, and just always learning every situation. Some amazing stories. I asking people watching training sessions what they think of every situation. Certainly a man who's done so much, but still says he's got so much to learn. Block out, oh no, block in! From the commentary position, that looked as if it might have gone the wrong side of the line. Certainly not. Nice job, Rachel Adams. Wiped off. Slide attack to the inside again. That's the tricky thing when the spiker is drifting. It's very difficult for the block to keep a strong line. Murphy comes in really aggressively there and then slows down the arm. Body weight still going through the ball, so the contact still pretty quick. Continue nowhere near that. Other system. And how many times would you suggest that China just hit themselves out of a problem? It's a great serve from the USA. You're not going to get a much better serve down to position 1, but they still managed to use the whole face of the net and the outsides. So strong. Middle work on point to position 5. No stopping that. Adams doesn't quite get round to phase 5, but when you hit off the body that well, don't need to. In system now, China. Dingxia speeds the game up. Defense strong from the USA, battling. No one taking responsibility on the backcourt, though, in the attacking phase. But a ropey error from China opens the door anyway. 3-point game to the USA. Timeout from China. Same story. USA in the lead throughout the early stages of the set. Question is, can they hold on?
还是自己15度啊！大家再耐心点。还有一个就是一到篮子上全是搓啊！谁来这个球，我们现在有点犹豫，有点恍惚哈。哎，
大家看到球就先出，不要跑这边。对，清球不要停，清球出动作不要停啊！
他就是破坏我们节奏啊！哎，
加油加油加油！加油！
跟上啊！
Lamping's daughter Lydia actually went to Stanford in the USA. USA have 2 athletes from Penn State, 2 from Nebraska, 1 from California, 1 from UCLA, 1 from Stanford, 2 from Minnesota, Illinois, Florida, Pepperdine, Texas. So they're very well represented throughout the whole NCAA. Cover good from Adams again. She's making some really good plays as a middle blocker playing on the backcourt, 2 in a row. Adams getting her hands dirty in defense. And it's good from the USA, hitting smart. Kim Hill going off the hats. Passing well, China. Meng Jie putting that ball into position 3. Offense completely open for business. Renee tracks the middle so nicely, and then she has to scamper out. But when the pass is so good, So central, can really run the offense quick and find splits in the block where you can really hit away at the seams. Murphy gets hold on that one. Ball comes straight back now. There's some confusion. A little bit late reacting. And just at times they try and play so quick. Sometimes they just lose their height in their offense. The USA. DIY from Hill, but it's straight over. Oh! There's a battle at the net. Rodeo has a little look at her opposite number and puts her flat on the floor. Sing lots of these players will play for Shanghai Bank as well. It's China wants the block from the USA. Good line, good closure, confidence builder for Lloyd in the block, who struggled with her blocking in the first set. Second chance to the outside. Defense on the edge of the block, the USA. There's a net touch somewhere, we're back to 3. The USA will want to get this technical timeout as quick as possible. Serving the middle, trying to take her out the game through the slide. Just delaying her timing a little bit is key. Gives a chance for China. They know the ball is going to the outside. We're going to have another look at it. 3 in the block here for China. Lloyd's blocking off the outside hand. A deliberate target again. There's one thing that China know how to do. It's come from behind. Remember in the Olympics, 4th in their pool. So much better execution of the previous play, where the ball's a little bit higher, can tip over the top of the block. No one covering that one from a great height. Ping really does back young players into her team, and she takes time building the side for 4 years. Wonderful shots of celebrations from the USA. Technical timeouts.
She's most likely not going to pass, okay? On number 9, we got to line up a little better on going and out of system, okay? It seems like she's going down the middle of the court for nose, but nose me not.
攻得坚决一点，我们攻得不准确，好不好？哎，全一下，别拿手就发了啊！别手别下冥想了。
哎，有的还有的，有的，加油！
Time to problem solve attacks going down the middle of the court. Too much from China, according to the United States. Too many seams are open. Blockers have to try and get as tight together as possible. We knew this was going to be entertaining, didn't we? Before the game, Chinese press was sure they were going to take this one. Fast pace the outside. Good blocking again from Lloyd, who's stabilising. Teamwork on the wing. 3 times to 4. Persistent pays off for the USA. It really does. Quick at getting out. Attacking Romeo. Lloyd can keep faith with her blocking as well. Fast passing this time, they go to the slide. Good angles back. Zinyu takes the move, knows there's a split. Akamado holds to the middle for quite a long time. Speed on the reverse set beats the speed of the middle. In system, Robinson doing a grand job. chipping away. Robinson again getting stuck in underneath the block. Staying still. Credit to Robinson on 2 occasions. Just sitting still in cover, you can see. When you're still, you can react so much better. Off the body from Larson. Starting to hit some better angles throughout this game. Smiles on the faces, and why not? Timeout from China. The serving to 1. The angle, it's very difficult to create an angle from that picture in front of the setter to the center of court. The ball's coming in a straight line. It's hard to adjust that angle and get it to the center. Good job from the USA. They're serving with some heat.
可以哈，没关系，大家来啊，就碰到困难了嘛，对不对？哎，大家一起拼啊，想办法一分一分跟他纠，还得再咬啊，哎，就你们集中一点啊，加油啊，1、2强，然后最后才分。
Substitutions for China. Diao comes on the setter. Hasn't seen as much court time as she did throughout the VNL. Comes in though and runs a few rings around the USA. Always going opposite there. Lei, the left-hander, also coming on. That's the same substitution as we saw from the United States in the first set, trying to keep 3 attackers on the front court. Passing and serving are key components of this game, and the USA have improved in both areas. Larson this time just goes through the seam. They play so fast that if they pass well, they're going to be successful with those plays where they attack the middle of the court. China's turn to pass almost in system. Squaring around, slightly out of system now the USA, but they're hitting their way out of trouble better. Zhu Ting, who's quiet, has been quiet again. Adams getting out to the outside. Murphy teaming up. There's no gaps in the block. The big players coming through here for the USA. Adams being one, Larson being another. Zhu Ting doing what Zhu Ting does. Off the net, knows she has to try and hit high. She's high enough anyway to just go off the hands. Position 5 being served. Front court receiver Larson. They know Larson's a top scorer in this team. Has been for a long time. Adams just whipping through, finding the gap again. China trying to take Larson out of the game. It's not that easy. Problems all the way around town. Both sides of the net. Larson's feet getting caught up. We've all been guilty of that. Zhu Ting has a little look to the sides. Huge from China. Murphy's been shut down. The southpaw. It's a great block from Chang Ying. She's looking at the line. She knows she's the only blocker, so she makes the dive really late. Hey, hit the angle, USA. No, I'm going to take it away from you. Smart. Physical response from Adams. Robust, relentless work from her. Stays really quick, really sharp. Knows there's gaps through that channel. That's a winner from the outside. Not yet, because China hit their way out of trouble so well. It's fast-paced enough again. She tips this time after being blocked out previously. Chance from Zhu Ting at position 6. China all at sea here, but they're blocking. Gets them out of danger. Yang Ni. Murphy has been shut down 2 in the last 3 balls. Played so much and so well in the VNL, Murphy, but can go to low on the bench as well, and also Botch Hatley has also played. Whatever Adams can do, Akabadeo can get stuck in with as well. The middles doing such a good job for the USA at the moment. A mixture of plays, working different angles. Set point for the USA. Working is strong. They get 3 in on the outside. They're going to do it again. Kim Hill working across. Robinson with a great dig. They go back to the slide attack. And Jay nowhere near that one. The USA have served better. They've worked the middle in offense as well. China have been silent. Some game this one. Serving and passing, such a big component of the game. The passing has got better for the USA as well.
About 9. Hey, ready? Let's go. Let's take a break. Mix it up.
Serving to 1 more is something that
Italy
did
much better on defense
when they started shooting earlier on in the ball. We're going to have a look at some highlights in just a moment. There's going to be a lot of them as well. Great game. Really starting to fire up. (1-1), 25-19. The attacking so much better. It might have something to do with the passing though. Blocks are the same. Less attacks from China in that set. That'll be down to the United States, and their serving has been much, much better. The United States can be a lot more optimistic. So we have a look at really how good the pass was from the USA in the first set. 55%, not good enough. Look how many go astray. As soon as the ball's off the net, then the options are limited for the setter. 82%. The only other team that I've personally seen in this competition who have got the ball into that zone as often are Japan. Great passing from the USA. It makes the setter's job so much easier. More options. When the ball is there, you can run the middle, run the pipe. They can work the slide attacks that they love so much, and they can play faster. When the ball's off the net, you can't play with the same speed. It gives blockers more time to get out to the sticks. Set 3, let's have some more entertainment, please, because this is off the radar. Lloyd, Larson, Adams, Murphy, Hill, Akin, Rodeo starts. USA for China. Yun Xing Yu, Zhu Ting Yang Li, Gong Xing Yu as well. Murphy has to start finding some points on this right side. It's been quiet from her. She's trying to hit quite steep to the line. Chang Ning. Another great block, just sealing the line. Ding Si is starting again as well, so it's same for both teams near enough. Hills just managed to really hit her way out of danger. Hill, who will be playing with the Moco volley this year. Gennaro, Miriam Sia, Danesi, some Italian players playing some great ball. This year, that Italian league with Navarra is going to be really good. Was there a touch in the block? Is the question. Looks as if it might have been off the right hand. It's a wasted challenge early on. Moco and Navarra are going to be really at each other's throats in the Italian league. Barch Hackley playing for Navarra with Ugonu. Free gift. Easy pickings for China. Just let that ball hover on the net. They'll take advantage of it. Passing slightly off. Just sitting to the line a little bit more. Zhu Ting in defense. Lloyd fast to the stick again, and speed is key for the USA. It's how they run their offense. Even off the net, and it's just pressure. They're just trying to build pressure on the blockers. Gives them less time to get across into positions, to get their line, and to penetrate. Nice from the USA, good from Lloyd. Sticks an arm out, stays in. From Larson, blocking from the USA is good. They're working hard, watching closely. Jay having to step in. Chang Ning finds the gap in the seam that it looks like Larson's trying to fill. That's usually what the sixth player will do. Sit inside the two blockers and also watch for that block touch that stays on their side of the net. Front court receiver being served again, splitting the net. Great decision making from Lloyd, who's really doing a great job setting. Thumbs go through the ball, body's going through the ball, flips it on the slide attack. Akin snaps it back, and they know running at speed, that angle will be open. Power though from Zhu Ting. Again China, they're relying on the outsides to score. They really are. Inside set this time, exactly for this reason. You run it a meter in from normal, and you try and work the gap between the two blockers. You do it quick enough, you're gonna score. Every play serves a purpose. 2 in a row. Akamadeu. Lloyd again, just can't go through towards her target. The feet are quick. Serving pressure needed now. They're insistent though. Trying to go back to the outside. We all know where the ball's going. Oh, standing swat. Stop it. Getting tippy as Larson. They go back to the opposite. Gone. Seeing you shut down. This is at times what China don't have is their main point scorer is out on the wing or through the pipe. They haven't got an opposite like a Murphy or an Agonu, who's a big point scorer. And you look at the big teams, how they dominate the sport. They spread the points on the outside and the opposite spiker. Use the slide, then they go to the outsides, trying to make that middle blocker from China work so hard. The pipe is well seen, though, from Meng Jie, who sees the slowness in the approach. Slower arm, steps in, does the job. USA can be very, very happy with how they're playing. Change of setter and opposite once again. It could be in that opposite position where they're building mostly, but this time the southpaw gets a bit lost for position. Chung Lei, technical timeout, 3-point game. Speed again, too good from the USA. Game of speed, distance, angles, and time. If you play quick enough, the blocker will not be able to catch you. Larson firing up for the USA.
Five. Make sure we're middle in this case and deep. Okay? Right side. Just keep eye on number 8. We're gonna go nose here on her. Okay? You might be one-on-one. Okay, our right side blocker. Let's go.
Lots of block defense, how to play against substitution. How long she'll be on for, who knows. Zhu Ting at position 2 at the moment, trying to potentially do a job on Larson in the block. That fan, China, has been present all the way from Sapporo. Zhu Ting out at 4, quick plays. And Italy managed to combat Zhu Ting by getting 3 in the block, but you can see Larson is trying, but she doesn't think she has time, so she just sits off and tries to look after the tip. Gets caught a little bit in no man's land, but it's not the end of the world, because the libero will see that they're trying to get 3 in the block and then sit a little bit further round on the angle, just reading the game well. Tip is red from China. Chance. Zhu Ting with just a fast volley. Oh, steep! That's humongous, China. Larson just trying to muscle her way out from being out of system. Yang Ni, that left hand, good job. Disciplined on the inside hand. Back to the middle, the USA are running the middle offensively better from China. That's for sure. Fast-paced Murphy. Murphy quite straight onto the net there, quite square on. She opens up so nicely. Elbow comes back, chest opens up, just fires wide. USA, big celebrations from the bench. Just keep an eye on how Lloyd's using the middle at every opportunity. Yes, their experience, their point scorers, that's not to be confused, but it's going to make Murphy's job easier. It's also going to make Hill's job easier now. She's got 2 on her because they're out of system. The cover is good from Larson though. Second chance for China. Robinson with the scoop. But China do start to show a little bit more variation in their offensive play. There's been an improvement from China and their middle blockers in the way that they're getting to the wings from round 1 through till now. They weren't this quick getting out and they were not as disciplined. Service errors will be costly, but risk versus reward really. Can they serve flat enough, make the ball move as much as possible? Take away time, that's exactly what China have just done. They just wriggle back into the lead. Straight down, position 5, splitting the 2 passes. Hill wanting to take that one. It's difficult passing from the right side. Serving again to take the front court receiver out. Whether it's Hill or whether it's Larson. Exactly the same from China. First of all, the pass from Chang Ning is wonderful. It's not quite to position 3, but from deep from 5, it's good. The reverse set from Ding Xie to find Zhu Ting. Strong. It's good setting from China. Good core skills. Back to the wings. Feisty to the line. Goes Kim Hill. This has got a little bit of everything. Smart work from the setters, physicality on the wings. It's a long way to go in this game. Oh, back in the face of Zhu Ting. She wants the ball higher. Understandably so. It's going to be a good angle. This ball's dropping far too in front of her. It's far too low, and when it drops in front of her to her right side, she loses all that height that she has. The USA needed China to do them a favor to even get through to this stage against Russia. Now they're starting to push back after losing the first set. It's a little bit too tense in the arms. Ball shooting off of the forearms. Timeout from China.
他们现在想办法一反过咱们的那个拦防，咱们现在一共想办法把质量弄好一点，不要着急啊。
防守啊，防守，我们现在防守全是来了球以后小蹲小速。
Netherlands will be watching this. Jamie Morrison, former assistant to Barch, cry for this national team. Will get a chance to go against his former head coach, Sensei. And what's a great ball. Japan, with Serbia and Italy. Serbia is going to be a physical game. Free ball for China. Chance to really rob the USA, but they read it so nicely in the block. To get 2 on Zhu Ting there was really good. Chance to counter. This time, they're successful. Opening up the court. Akin Radeu. Zhu Ting knows that she likes to hit this one back angle, so she goes late to the angle. Akin Radeu goes back to the line. Physical, strong. Also, when that ball travels across you on a slide attack, you can see the court. 2 in a row. Great job from the USA. That's a big point for them to really capitalize on as well. Larson had a choice there, either hammer it or rebuild. Akin Radeu was off. Lines open, blocks drifting, just beat it down the line. Court vision with that ball traveling across you, so much clearer than the ball dropping inside. She would have seen that.
Keep going!
China have only lost 1 game in this World Championships. That's to the undefeated Italy. USA also lost to that very strong Italian team. Faster out of system plays again. Larson doing some damage again. Stays high. Nothing new this time. Drifting around, using the hands as a friend. If you're scared of getting blocked, play tennis.
That's it. Here's our chance.
Zhu Ting. It may look easy to work this ball back across the court on that angle, but it's really not. Especially at that height, only 3.9, but it's more of the height, and she hits up and through the ball, deep to the perimeter of courts. Net touch, buzzer. China, they really are starting to make some silly mistakes. Change for the USA. Comes in. Still no place for Dutch Hatfield, who got the MVP of the VNL, was so impressive, but Kachkarai has some real selection problems because he just has depth in this team. Substitution has been reversed. The libero is in anyway, but Robinson. Can't afford to get too scrappy here, the USA. because throughout this set, they've been consistent. Larson using the block again. Zhu Ting's gone with the middle, trying to release the middle to the outside. Doesn't matter. Hancock in for Lloyd. It's a substitution that's been used a lot for the USA, bringing Hancock in to play backcourt. Chases on for Zhu Ting. At least if she's digging the second ball for the USA, it means that she won't be able to hit the third one because she's been phenomenal again this evening. Cover good from China. Zhu Ting finding solutions, but Hancock gets after it. Larson goes high, but yet again, Chang Ning covering the lines. Blocked out in the end, they get 3 in, but no one can force that ball down to the floor. Zhu Ting staying high again, getting rewarded. Reaction, staying still in defense, reading the play off the outside hand of Murphy though. Persisting. And Hill contributing as much with the pass as she is on the outsides. Her and Robinson. Larson doing a good job now with the serving as well. They're really pushing the side. You can hear the coaching staff praising it every time it's good. Drifting blocks from Adams this time. China want to get back into this set. They need aces, they need blocks, and they need defensive plays that they're going to transition. Missing serves will not help. It's definitely advantage to the red, white, and blue at the moment. Hancock sitting still, absorbing it. And Mengjie stepping in as well and doing a grand job of making some reads. It's going the floor, it's going high. Through the block this time. Hill. More of a blind crash at it. Larson says it's coming to you. He missed the actual hit, but it was a good one. Problems in the pass with Zhu Ting now. Yang Yang, who's just a youngster of this team. Zhu Ting playing a lot of defense. Pays off. Zheng. Chun-Lei. Great avenues to watch from the USA. The widest set, trying to open up the pipe attack through the channel that's being created because of the work that's happening front court in the middle. And China, good work in transition. Ying Ying on the front court has been really put into the deep end by Lang Ping, scooping and thrashing around the China. High balls to the outside again, this time long. Ying Ying been encouraged to make mistakes in this team, that's for sure. Time out from the USA. It's all going their way, but there's a long way to go, even in this set.
Hey, listen up, roll 4. We're gonna go nose to number 12. We're gonna do really good on that slide, but one thing, if they set big right now, Middle blocker, you're gonna dive 1-6, and we're gonna defend 5-6. She's been going 1-6 more. And also right back defender. Be ready to go back deeper. Okay, so good touch. Go.
USA! USA!
You heard it first.
Here we go, USA!
Blocking. 1-6. Taking certain areas, leaving others for the defenders to sweep around. Doesn't matter about their block defense at the moment, because if the USA can just keep siding the ball out, they will win. Hancock's done a wonderful job since coming in. Kelsey Robinson is doing her job as the libero. USA, when that happened, that change, went 16 wins to 1 loss. 2's the call. And as soon as the call's been made, 2, it's clear that Hill has to make a decision here. She hears 2, and she knows where they are. So she has to get off the body. It's a great call, and it's a great swing as well. Communication, everything in this game. Timeout. China. We saw the substitutions from the USA at the last point. But Chackley is in for the first time of this game.
还让他放下来，坚定一点啊！一到位就拦死他这一点啊，还是没坚持啊！大家不要又来这个发力，关起来啊！还有的争啊，再争！加油！加油！加油！加油！
Nanping, one of the most respected people in Chinese sporting history, 6th in the top 10 Chinese athletes of the year. Also coached in Italy with Modena, Navarra, Ankara in Turkey, and Guangdong Evergrande in China as well. That's a real big blow. Leaning on set point down. To hammer that angle. Really strong. 3rd set point for the USA. Service pressure strong once again. Chance to convert though to the outside. It's a great pass that opens up the entire court. Back to position. 2.5. DIY work on the outside from Hill. The USA, too consistent and too fast for China. Long touch of the pass. You might think that Hill would feel rushed being served and then get her approach, but she focuses on the pass for such a long time and then shoots to the pin. Does the difficult job. Puts the ball away down the line. USA are passing well. And when they pass this well, everything is so much easier. The speed they want to play at, they can use so many more options. Zhu Ting looking slightly backward. Crowd in here having a great time. China have more fans, but counts for nothing. Teams for this one, well, Lloyd, Larson, Adams, Murphy, Hill, Kinradeo starts for the USA. China, didn't see a set in Zhu Ting, starting on the outside again. Here's a start for Li Yingying. Larson will serve. Zheng Chunlei starting as the opposite. Once again, service to position 5. Zhu Ting on that side of the court. Ball's starting to just deflect everywhere. First point is key. Not because it's overly more important than anyone else, but they want to get off to a good start, these players. Higher balls, 2 in the block. Oh, off the head. Chase is on. Hey, a touch? Is a touch. Ball's alive. Turning around, out of system. First time off the head of Adams. Second time, well, she tells China to sit back down. Goes slightly later, penetrates well. Slowing the game down yet again. Adams doing a grand job of it. Hill loves turning the ball back to the line. This time just wide. Some pressure on the youngster coming on. Starting her first set. Li Yingying. Really a top point scorer early on in the VNL before Zhu Ting came back into the fold. Zhu Ting came back in and almost took her place. Li Xiaotong, who hasn't really played that much, again is still on the bench waiting for an opportunity. Another great outside player for China, not really featuring so much through this competition anymore. Chasers on out of system. And this is where the USA will get themselves in a little bit more of a pickle, but they're wiggling around and they're getting their way out of trouble. Adams is blocking. Different speeds from different positions, the result's the same. Deep breaths. Key to try and keep focus. Snap back to 5. Good from the middle spike. You don't really want to keep the ball in 6, but if you can hit that sharp off your body, leaning a little bit in the air, but the lean is what really brings the arm through on that angle. If you stay upright, it's very difficult to hit those same sharp angles to position 5. Squaring around everywhere. They're going to have to be very, very careful, the USA. Their pass has been the absolute reason why they've been playing so well. Better. And when they pass out of system, it brings the blockers back into the game for China. But when they're in system and they can play as quick as they have been, it really is one-way traffic. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why passing is so key to the game. Pass is good from Robinson, opening up the court again. How strong have they been through that slide attack? Akinrado off the left foot, pivots round off of it, smacks it back. Su Ting defending really high actually, up the court for that one, but to no avail. China that are out of system. It's the USA that have so much time to get three in the block, and the left-hander cannot access the line, just goes through the body. That's the USA in a nutshell. Yes, it's slightly tight from Robinson, but it's aggressive. The middle holds with her. She can shoot it out to the wings. One-on-one all day long. Aggressive stuff from the USA working. Yanni just forcing the ball through the gap. It doesn't matter how you do it, it's the purpose. So many people will work on being perfect, but it's not always about being perfect. It's just about being good. Being able to work the way through. Tipping away once more. And Jay scurrying for everything. Free ball Robinson. Easy pickings for the USA. And considering it's a 7-all at the moment, the USA are playing a better ball. That's quick play. Technical timeout, China lead, and that's a great set to the pin. The left-hander's really going to need it. This sort of tempo. Quick, flat, so she can hit the center of court and outrun the middle blocker for speed. It's always going to be more difficult to access the line as a left-hander out there. But if you play quick enough, you don't need to. back to a good zone. More splits. And Jay doing well just to sit in a little bit closer. Make the dig. 2 in again. Stronger from China. Growing again. Murphy. Shut down. Once again, slightly off the net. They have to play slightly slow. They still try and work with real fizz in their set in the United States. All at sea now, China. Robinson just shifting across, taking 5 and 6. In that free ball, the middle comes back in. The USA back to just 1. Unreal action shots. That one not pretty from Adams, but effective all the same. Out of system now. Some strong rebounds. Robinson, Larson, but Zhu Ting. It's exactly who you want the ball to go to if your first pass is drifted off the net. You can just fling it out, drift it to Zhu Ting to do some wonderful work. The middle. First of all, the steps from Lloyd is so strong. She gets round the ball, faces the antenna, looks as if she can use the middle, looks as if she can use the pipe, and then pops it to the pin. Hill attacking the center strongly again, and it's because of the pass, the drifting middle block, because the middle from China is holding. Right hand, you can see the frustration, just a little bit loose. Joy for China. Put your seatbelts on. This game's just about to lighten up again. Lift. Against Lloyd, palm in a hand, underneath the ball. Can't be doing that. Timeout USA. Showing maybe some vulnerability
Row
here.
4, 2 and number 1. No threats from back row. Number 2 and number 1, we gotta focus on those. Middle blockers. Make sure we see inside and make sure we dive into that cross. Okay, strong hands, nose on out of system. Guys back, you ready to kick some slides. Let's go.
USA! USA!
It's a difficult time of this game. Well, it's difficult at any time to really predict anything. But China did the USA a real big favor 3 evenings ago to keep Russia out of the competition and stop the USA progressing. Now the USA 2-1 up against China in what would be a great start for either team to get off the mark here. Rolling to the line is Hill. It's tight. The actions from Chen Lei strong. Unfortunately, just doesn't lift the ball back into the center. It's a quicker touch, pinging around. Fast plays. Sat delightfully well. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff from Larson to step round and take that one off the body from Zhu Ting. Stay so still. Gets the pluck. Hill then puts the ball on the floor. The wing spikers tag teaming against China. Back to 1. China playing well though.
Got a nice slide. Got you on 12, I think, like that line. On number 2, make sure you're really good seeing her cross court. That's your big right there. On number 1, you're gonna stay 2 by.
对你的示范不到位，他这2力也有啊，可以打单点。没有，同样的，那就是快一点球走就停起来了。不是，你看传挺好的，这个球你就是又短还又没丢。加油加油
！Two legends leading each team. Parch, Karai and Lang Ping. You don't get 2 names any bigger than this. Wide sets, it's great width from Lloyd. Back to Zhu Ting. Hey, 2 digs in a row from Larson. Zhu Ting now struggling to find the floor against the USA, and they need her to. They back on the inside set 3 times in a row from Larson. She sits in the seams, reads the game well. Now Robinson makes the dig on Zhu Ting. How many times can China set Zhu Ting in this rally? Not this time. Robinson diving to the floor with a tomahawk. This rally has a little bit of everything for us. Now the USA in transition have 2 chances to counter. Back the hill, chips off the block. Zhu Ting could not find an answer 3 or 4 times in that rally. And that's when we know that China are in trouble. Larson making some outrageous digs back there on Zhu Ting. Hill finding the gaps. This is really worrying times for China. Zhu Ting gets out of jail there, but she's not passing. It looks like she's tired from that previous rally. Although I think I would be tired if I had been set 50 balls in a rally as well. Not that that's ever been the case. Zhu Ting, definitely the leading figure here. Out of system, the speed is still strong, and that's exactly what we're talking about, purpose. It goes quick. They know they're not going to hit the ball there, or Hill knows she's not going to hit the ball, but she still tries to wipe the block because that was the purpose of the play. Purposeful though from China too, and they're back to 2. Just can't keep them down. Wider sets, making the block drift, big distance, more probability that the block is going to be drifted. That's a great read from China. Good eyes in the block. Really good eyes in the block. Sees it, throws it down. Xingyu. Fingers on the buzzers from the USA.
Make a couple plays, and it'll be our turn. After this side out, what do we have, Lucas? So number 9, number 12, okay? We're gonna be nose, strong nose. The set is inside, she's gonna go cross, so make sure we acknowledge that. Number 1, let's go get her, okay? Let's go get her. Jury's Beckel, we know what that means. Here we go, USA! USA!
Teamwork from the coaching staff of the USA. Definitely, there's a warrant out for young Xingyu, the middle of China. Go better. There's the message from the sideline. Serving to 1, ace! Kelsey Robinson tracked it all the way back, still thought it was going long. Ace, ace, 4 points to China. accuracy, key from Zhu Ting. It's intriguing how quickly a game can get away from you. This one now, well and truly the tide against the USA. Zhu Ting making some defenses, and it's a southpaw on the outside. Feet inside the ball, stays high on it. Li Yingying hit that one out. Five-point game. As Low comes in, he's played a fair amount, going straight on that inside 10. They go straight back to the middle. It's a fine set from Lloyd. Getting the hips underneath it again, flipping it back to the middle. Wang Meng-Jie nowhere near that. Slightly out of system, two in the block. Smuggles to the line. Looks as if Low was just still moving around a little bit back there. It's taken a massive deflection off the block. Low was just making a read on the inside. The line that the ball was going on before it took that deflection out of play. Back to position one, the serving. Credit in abundance to Lloyd again. That is supposed to take that set out. Serving to position one is meant to make it difficult to find the middle. Well rehearsed. Finally executed. 4 points still though. Right, into serve. It's a good service substitution as well. Chipping away through the block for the USA. There's another chance on the turn. It's difficult for the left-hander, but somehow Li Yingying has made a real difference here. Turns around almost like a ballerina just to chip that one back over the three in the block. Sideline smuggler. Plays opposite, plays outside, but game changer today. Outsider. Hawkeye, what are you saying in? No change, although China still think that was out. Yingying. Change of setter again for the USA. Back to Yingying though. Bronze in the Under-18 World Championship in Peru. He was named Best Outside. 2014 Asian Youth Champs Best Outside Spiker. MVP in the Chinese Volleyball League and Best Scorer as well. So at just 17-18, she has been shut down now. So a response is what's needed. But this youngster on the outside has everything that China want for the future. Can she deliver in the present? That's what we're about to find out. 3 in, cuts off all the angles. Tight, great use of the block. When it's tight, you can really use the block out of system. Faster plays, Larson hammering through. Another chance through the pipe, Zhu Ting. Robinson, she's already there, she's just still. Oh, and then covering. Dink with the nose. And then beaten through the middle. They haven't used the middle so much as the USA, but when they do, they're high, it's powerful. Once again, this game is giving us a bit of absolutely everything. There's a little bit out of sync. Overpass is good. The cover once again from China. They're hanging in to everything here. There's another opportunity for the USA. It goes high to the outside. There's a chip off the middle blocker, Yang Ni. Trying to get right back into the action here. She's a presence. Zhu Ting is a presence, but the ball is just long. 2 in the block. She sees the avenue. She knows where the point will be scored. Execution a little bit out, defending the line is Hancock. They're seeing the finish line. China, 2 hitting errors in a row could be costly. Second challenge, they only get 2. Can't waste challenges, especially when we're reaching the 20s. Could it get any closer? No. Does it matter? No. USA are back in this game. Miss serve will not be match defining as of yet. Set defining, probably not, but crucial. Substitution we see quite often for China. Hu Mingyun coming in, middle player, but in just a serve, and you can see why. It's potent, it's zippy, it causes some issues. Locked up, staying high. Goes straight to Larson. Sorry, Hill, my mistake. Commentary position, quite high up here. Fast passing, fast setting to the outside. That time it is Larson with the defense. How many defenses has she made in this set? Once again, Zhu Ting, it's vertical, really open. And she just snaps back with this real quick thud of an arm. Strong work from Zhu Ting. The game stays close. Back to the front court receiver. It has to go back to Hill, who has 2 blockers. And once again, she can just work over the top. Ding Xia isn't the biggest blocker in the game for China. It's high, but once again, Ding Xia just going over the top, working the block really nicely. Both teams playing smart. 2-point game. most important time of this game. Inspired substitution. Low, just like Zhu Ting's earlier, perimeter of court scores. Double substitution. Setter for an opposite. Opposite for a setter. Passing is too tight. Lau does well to just work that off the net. Chance for Hill. She goes high off the hands. Doesn't matter who's blocking out there at the moment for China. Hill is finding a way over the top. And from a position moments ago, a 3 or 4 point lead, China now have their backs against the wall. Yes, the scores are tied, but it's the USA pushing and pushing China.
好，准备想办法打下去啊！这球，哎，你要准备好，加油啊！加油啊！加油！压脚，要早点保护啊，保护住。
Great run so far of serves from replacement opposite. This one's insistent. Reactions, they're going to scoop it back. Reckless from the USA, back to the middle. More defense from the USA. Everything starting to go their way. Robinson steps in, reads the game 3 in a row. Doesn't matter where China go, they just hang in. China, too good in the end. That's a huge point in the context of this game. It really is. Service to position 1. Ball goes to the outside. They spread the net really nicely, the USA. From 1 to 4, the middle blockers having to do all the work. Hill has been on top form throughout the closing stages of this one. They needed to be. Zhu Ting, slightly quieter. Out of system, China. Back to the outside. No surprises. The youngster, Li Yingying, manages to hit some great angles from that left side. Might be young, but very versatile. Too high for the 3 in the block. The first game between these two, 3-0 China. Everybody knew that wasn't going to be the same again. Robinson trying to save the set, but Zhu Ting with wonderful defense. We are going to 5. China have dug their heels in here for some time. They've been relentless, and it's paying off. The USA, they're not far away. Zhu Ting hasn't been scoring as regularly as usual, but that young lady in your screen, Li Yingying, has made the difference since coming on. Taking the pressure off of Zhu Ting, that's for sure.
发球失误，然后让他们赶快过。他们打一个，为他们。
Well, hey team, we have a game on our hands. We are going to a fifth and final set. Attacks the same, blocks from the USA. Service heat from China, just a little bit higher. Errors from the United States. That's pretty costly. Stats can tell you so much, but Li Yingying, the youngster, coming on, the left-hander playing on the left side, made a real difference. Changing the dynamic, pressure is offered Zhu Ting. There's another point scorer on court.
Hey, let's go, USA!
Race to 15. No surprise that Li Yingying starts. Ling Xia starts setting again. Wang Xingyu, Zhu Ting. Gong Xingyu, Yang Li. So it's the same, it's just a change in that outside position. Chang Ying and Ying Ying have changed. And the USA, just one change. Caster Low coming in as opposites. Kelly Murphy. Great change. Bringing in Li Yingying. That's not the start that the USA would have wanted, but it's been inspirational so far. Yingying is deep to the right side, difficult to pass, not tracking the ball back, Larson, also not stepping in and intercepting it overhand. Too straight. Off the body is a good decision. Meng Jie, though, reads it nicely. Zhu Ting on the fall, on the fade. Makes the error. Rachel Adams coming in, bringing a bit of momentum. Intensity. Isn't it body language? Communication? All of those things that you can control yourself. Set's pretty tight, blocks in the game. Second chance really for the USA. Cover, really good from both teams. Neither wanting to lose this one, but who wants to win more? Casting Low comes screaming in. Body weight goes through the ball. She's a little bit later than Murphy was on the right side. Packing slightly more of a punch. All ends up here, China. Zhu Ting can hit anyone out of a fiddle, but covering the backcourt well is Larson. Once again, Kim Hill doesn't want to play defense. Sorry, doesn't want to block, she wants to play defense. They find a way through. This is where you have to love this game. China trying to outrun the middle blocker. It's working. Pass is slightly off. The rhythm is off because the pass is neat from Robinson. Trying to find Hill on the outside. Again, the purpose is there. She doesn't mind running the ball quick, trying to work the block. If it's not in system and you can't have a swing through the seams, you have to try and work off the block. Oh, gnarly. Adams, an audacious whip to position 2. No blocking that bad boy. Service is also good. Ding Sia reacts like that was her point, because it really was. Under pressure, flips the right hand at it. The middle from the USA buys into that from the setter, thinks it's coming on 2. No, comes on 3. Now Hill's turn to struggle, and the USA, great spiking, out of system. The block has time to set up. Robinson with a great bump set, but really, the only way that Hill could get out of trouble there was to swing high off the hand. Problem solving, decision making. But the USA have to pass better. China have passed better. And when they pass well, Zhu Ting is one of the best in the world when they don't pass well. But when they do, easy. Robinson. And they're making reads, China. They're taking the angle away. Ready out. They know she loves to hit that cross court on that slide attack. The line, look who it is again. Of course it's Ying Ying. Of course it is. Making good angles in the block. Maturity beyond her age.
Make sure we're staying deep in system and out of system prior to defending that ball. Okay? That's your job offhand. Okay, number 1 slide. We know Zhu is back row right now.
18 years old, Li Yingying. Teaming up with Zhu Ting so nicely this time. The USA get their own back. If they take away positions 6 and 5, Lloyd getting in on the action, but everything comes through the body. She doesn't get so much to that sideline to position 1. Everything comes through the body. Fear. Everything might come through the body, but the variety in angles, so difficult to stop. The sharp one, the deep one, the one through the seam, you're not digging that. 2-point game. Robinson needs to pluck a pass. She does do a pretty good job, but in the block, China team up, and this game is slowly drifting away. Back on to Robinson. It's slightly tight. Full stretch from Lloyd. Larson trying to work it back to the line, but Ding Sia pops up with Yang Ni. Taking the strong options away from the USA, China here. Change of ends, USA chasing a change of fortunes. passing again. No outside attackers. Larson was all at sea playing the short serve. Rare mistake from the youngster, working that sharp one again. It worked well. She was charging through the ball. Her whole body was facing cross court, and she hit that line. This time she had to work the wrist more back across the body. Block. She's on level 4. Hello. You would wonder if Karai, after every situation he's ever been through, would still feel the pressure. You would imagine so. Touch? No touch. That could be big going into the closing stages. It really could. All the little details that make a big difference. The USA take that decision happily. It's completely theirs. Back in two, they look to go over Lloyd. Then slow down. Quick to the outside again, trying to unsettle China. It works. Hand over, then touch! Oh, it's painful. The experience of Adams. The light shine in her eyes. This one looks juicy. It's not coming over. Potentially she could have left it, but the light shone too brightly and she had to go feasting. And the celebration from Adams just told us everything. It was a high-handed fist clench if you didn't see it. And that's maybe some relief. Hancock in again. Lloyd leaves. What a game. Remember, set 3. China were leading for long periods in that one too. Pass is good, but Robinson just holds her ground and makes the defense. Staying still for the middle attack is all you really need to do. Drift with the play, headshot, out of play. No. Letting it through. Frustration there for sure. Not quite penetrating. Finishing with the thumbs through. Just a couple of big moments. It's another big moment. And look who it is again. Timeout from the USA. There's an 18-year-old by the name of Li Yingyin who's just causing havoc. Everything she touches turns to gold.
We got a chance. We're going to dedicate on gap. And then it's going to be gap go play, okay? And left side blocker, you're going to be one-on-one with number 6 over there.
We're playing through this together, you guys. Let's go. Right here. USA.
Calling the shots from the sideline. Trying to get one-on-one. It's the aim of the game. Hitting with minimal blockers increases the chance of scoring. Service line, front court receiver, there's 2 in, getting Tippy over the top, and it's just because of the passes off the net slow from Robinson in the set, because it's way downtown, 2 in the block, and China get closer again. Zhu Ting staying high, swinging through. Johnson gets the ball caught high and the ball fires back. Better passing from the USA. Middle's back in the game. Too little, too late, potentially now. Zhu Ting on the front court. Watch out, USA. Out at 4, she's ready to go through this one. And she does! Can see it coming from a mile away. When you need one, you stick it out to Zhu Ting. And she'll fire over the top of everything. Match points for China. It's been an epic battle between these two. Robinson passes perfectly. The middle is used again. Substitutions for the USA by the looks of it. Light comes in for Adams to serve. Pressure on the substitution. It's a great serve straight to Zhu Ting. They go to the opposite. Game over! Paul H is off to an absolutely flying start. Li Yingying and Zhu Ting fire it up for China. 2-1 down. They come back to extend their unbeaten run against the USA. 3-2. Absolute classic here in the Void. Joyous celebrations, and China really do deserve it. Zhu Ting has found her partner out there today in Li Yingying. Noticeable performances from the USA, and when they did pass so well, sets 2 and 3, they play too quick for China. They really do, but consistency is going to be key.